Majin Buu has finally arrived on the scene and has opened up a can of beat the crap out of Moro. And for Majin Buu fans, this has got to be glorious. Finally, Majin Buu is getting some good shine in the manga, and even for non-Majin Buu fans, this has really got to up his favoritism in the eyes of all Dragon Ball fans. But will it be enough to stop Moro? Will Buu stop Moro in the next chapter or even the next chapter after that? So in this video, we're going to discuss what might happen next in chapter 48 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. So as we left off, Buu is beating the crap out of Moro, and he's channeling the memories of the Great Lord of Lords, as the Galactic Patrolmen said that they used some sort of device to kind of get into him, like a hypnosis thingy. But Buu is now getting the memories of the Supreme Kai, so it's making me wonder if he will eventually, or if he can now, use the Supreme Kai's technique that sealed away Moro's power. And I wonder if they're going to go into how Moro kind of slowly got his magic back, because I mean, he obviously had it back to be able to break out of prison. So let's talk about Buu defeating Moro. I do not think it's going to happen. If anyone here knows Dragon Ball, they know that this ending, having Buu defeat Moro now, would feel rather anticlimactic. And I think that there's a lot more that they can expand on, a lot more build up for Moro's character, and I really hope that they could. So Buu defeating Moro now, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that Moro or something's gonna happen. You know, Goku, Vegeta, Maris are there, so Moro is most likely using his power to like absorb all the energy he can, so that he can try to attempt to get enough power to be able to beat Buu, because obviously his magic doesn't work on Buu, so he can't get his power from him. So I think that he will try to either absorb all the energy he can from the planet, from the remaining Namekians, Goku, Vegeta, to try to get enough power to be able to defeat Majin Buu, or he will try to escape. I think those are the two most obvious choices that they could go from here. So, I mean, obviously, first of all, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments what your predictions are. What do you hope is going to happen? That's kind of my prediction for the end of this fight, because I feel like Buu defeating Moro here is really anticlimactic. I think there's too many questions, too many open-endedness to go about here. But I think this where chapter 47 left off, is the perfect opportunity for a flashback to really expand on Moro's character, which I've been hoping that Toyotaro would do, you know, for the last couple of chapters. But really, he's just been like a bad guy getting the Dragon Balls and being mean to the Namekians, you know? So I want some motivation from him, and I want some expanding lore of him in the past, his connection to the Supreme Kais, and maybe, who knows, a connection to freaking Bibbidi and Bobbidi, who created Majin Buu, obviously. So this is interesting. I had kind of had a feeling that maybe Moro was actually connected to Bibbidi and Bobbidi. Maybe he was Bibbidi's mentor way back in the day. But obviously he doesn't recognize Majin Buu, so he doesn't know about Buu, so he probably doesn't know anything about those magicians, those evil magicians, you know? But who knows, maybe he does, and maybe he was just locked away in prison when Bibbidi decided, hey, my master Moro is in prison now, I'm gonna create Majin Buu to wreak havoc. You know, that might sound outlandish, but I think that would be pretty cool, whatever. But this is the perfect opportunity for a flashback to build upon the lore of the past of the Grand Supreme Kai and Moro, their whole, relationship to one another. Possibly Moro was a God of Destruction candidate, and Beerus was the one who ended up getting it. I mean, it's really hard to predict what's going to happen in the next chapter, because I don't feel like there's a lot of foreshadowing for what might happen next. So what we can really do is kind of talk about or think about what they could do. So what I really hope that they would do is, like I said, expand on Moro's lore and everything like that. Obviously, let me know what you think in the comments down below. So moving on to my final thoughts. Now that Moro is down to, or up to 6 Dragon Balls, if Boo is that wall that completely stops Moro and he ends up having to run away, what are his other options? Well, what other places have Dragon Balls? Let's see. Universe 6 and 7 have the Super Dragon Balls, so who knows? Maybe Moro's radar sense that he's getting for the Namekian Dragon Balls will work somehow with the Super Dragon Balls. And of course, Earth. Now, Earth is a very dense place with lots of Genki that Moro would really, really like. So perhaps he will go to Earth and get the Earth Dragon Balls and try to wish them, because I don't think there's anyone on Earth that can stop Moro. And of course, this is a great opportunity to get Piccolo involved, you know, the other Z fighters involved, and I think that would be pretty cool. And you know, we can intermingle that with like a B story of Goku and Vegeta gaining their power back, and then they, you know, come up with a plan, kind of, you know, this whole thing with Goku, Vegeta, and Boo versus Moro is like the first half of the arc, and then we get off of New Namek and start exploring the universe and the threat of Moro and trying to track him down, kind of like a game of cat and mouse, sort of. I think that would be pretty cool, but what do you guys think? I guess that about sums up my thoughts. Sorry I don't have as many thoughts as I usually do. I feel like this is rather open-ended, but I really like reading your comments and what you think and what you like about the manga and everything like that. As always, you know, subscribe if you're not. I do these videos every month, and as always, take it easy.